70 million obsidian blocks and over half a billion netherrack mined. This is the vast nether highway system of 2B2T. When you first join 2B2T, well, if you manage to get through the line, you'll be met with a large open wasteland, a quite desolate location. No trees, no grass, barely any dirt, and no food whatsoever. But when you travel to the Nether, one thing, and one thing only stands out, that being the chain of giant obsidian roads. You can travel the roads and walk and walk and walk, but the roads never seem to end. And you might ask yourself, who built these highways? How far do they stretch? And more importantly, in a server known for its griefing as 2B2T, why would thousands of people help to maintain these highways? The Nether highway chain is a staple of travel on 2B2T. Whenever you want to get to a place on the map, it's much faster to use the Nether. This is because every block in the Nether you travel is 8 blocks in the overworld, and this has led to the vast highway system we see today. Highways have always been a thing on 2B2T, although for a majority of the server's history, the server wasn't very popular and so long and dedicated highways were unneeded. In fact, many of the most famous bases from that time, such as the NFE, were extremely close to spawn, it being about -400, 800 overworld, and the Facepunch Republic's base, 2K2K, was -2000, -2000 on the axis. However, there was of course some highways and bases during this time. The lands, for example, was -4,400,000, -4,400,000, and a place of many infamous builds and people. However, at this time, long highways were impractical as walking the Nether roof or using a bed chain exploit was the most fastest and most practical way to get around the server. And for a long time in the server's history, transportation was unnecessary as most of the members of the server were either members of the main groups of Valkyria or the Legion of Shenandoah, and even then, bases were only about 200k out, which is considered nothing by today's standards. However, on June 1st of 2016, the then popular YouTuber, The Camping Rusher, uploaded an infamous video about 2B2T, and the influx in fans into the server led to many bases being griefed and destroyed in this ongoing Rusher war, and this would necessitate longer tunnels and having builders build farther out, leading to an expansion of the highways. After the Rusher War ended, in 2016, longtime player Byrnsy, and best known for, this one particular video.
Turn on velocity so you don't fall. Come on. Yeah, I know. Why is he following me? Help me!
Started a new project, as he had officially run out of things to do, so he went to spawn and was promptly killed. However, in this video we can see the condition of the highways during this time, where they were just short, narrow, and not very long. And so he decided to do something new, in hope of reaching the overworld world border. He started mining, and he'd have to mine 3.75 million blocks in the Nether. Eventually, these systems of tunnels Byrnsy made would become the modern day X plus highway. Why did he do it? Well, it was simple. The premise was simple: reach the world border or die trying. And on March 26th of 2017, his group, called the Nether Highway Group, made it to the world border, leading to the first highway to reach 2B2T's world border. And on October 8th of 2017, the group would finish digging on the opposite side of the world border, leading to the X- highway also reaching the world border. After finishing these main goals, the group disbanded, and for years the highways would remain dormant for over 2 years, with only a small, now defunct group called the SIG, or the Spawn Infrastructure Group, expanding the highways and finishing the 12.5 ring roads. In 2019, a new group formed called the IIS, or the Independent Interstate Society, and they would become the de facto guardians of the highways, as the SIG had died in its own crib. However, being the most prominent group, they would grow to over 100 active members and 1,500 Discord members, and the group itself was responsible for paving the roads that we see today and making the ring road system all the way out to 50k, and paving each axis highway up to 125,000 blocks or a million overworld. However, despite its successes, the group would collapse in late 2020, and only a small group led by YouTuber Kami of the Gulag would still run under the IIS banner. But what about today? Who expands the roads, you might ask? Well, 2 groups actually. The HW, or the Highway Workers Union, and the MEG, or Motor Extension Gurus. And these groups are the main groups currently that patrol, repair, and expand the highways, with the MEG mostly digging the new highways, and the HW paving them. Together, the groups have expanded the paved highways, the ring roads, and the diagonal highways, with much of the 2 groups together digging over 500 million netherrack together, and the MEG itself digging over 324 million netherrack. And when I ask how much obsidian it has taken to pave the highways, altogether, my friend Annie, the leader of the HW, said it has probably taken about 70 million obsidian. The MEG and the HW currently have plans to pave even more, and the groups altogether have paved the roads up to 1 million in the Nether, mostly using baritone bots, and some good old-fashioned manual digging. Today, the highways are massive, with some being over 20 blocks in thickness, and going all the way to 2B2T's world border in every single direction, plus X, the minus X, the negative Z, and the plus Z. And currently they're repaired and maintained by the HW and the MEG. But why would they do that? Why spend countless hours and the collective effort of over 1,000 people to build these highways? Well, for me personally, who was in the IIS and currently is in the HW, it has always been a symbol for me more than anything, that even in a server with no rules, people can come together to build something truly wonderful for the greater good, and travel on the highways are common, and most people enjoy having the convenience of them. I asked some other people. I asked some people in the HW, the MEG, and the IIS, and even Byrnsy what they think of this, and this is their response.
It's literally like the way me and Citadel met, like, you know, on the negative, we both got the 5 mil and there was like nowhere else to go. Like, we wanted to go to World Border, it didn't exist. So we decided that we were going to try to dig it ourselves. We didn't have a bot, we didn't have shit to do it, we were just going to fucking do it. And then we ended up meeting some random guy who actually coded a bot to dig diagonals. And it just kind of became like a pilgrimage, you know what I mean? Like, for us at first, but then after doing that one, it was like, why stop here? Let's find out where the rest of these go, you know? So really, it's for the community, man. I know it's a very toxic place at times, but you open up a lot of expansion for the server.
Yeah, here we go. So the members of MEG are pretty much tasked with creating tunnels that extend to the world border, which facilitates, you know, boat flight, entity travel in each cardinal direction, as well as the diagonal directions. This makes it, you know, several-fold faster and easier for travel in general and playing experience.
So then, like, I'd always had the idea to like try to go to the end of the plus X highway And like as I kept on thinking about it, like, hey, no one's ever done this, but it seems like it might be somewhat realistic. Like if you make like grinders every 100k blocks or something, whenever you run out of pickaxes and like shit like that. So yeah, like I decided to just kind of go one day, and then like I think making Reddit posts on it was a complete like impulsive decision. Like I wasn't really planning on doing that, but like I was taking a lot of screenshots, so I figured, hey, I'm like, I guess I'll start posting on Reddit like every 10%, and then like those ended up being really successful. So I just kept doing it.
Well, I guess there are good members of the 2B2D community, but then again, there always was. With 2B2T, it's a bit of a mixed bag, with high highs and low lows.